Good morning, Mount Olive Church and friends of Mount Olive Church. Andrew Short back with you here on this Friday. Hope you're having a good one so far. Happy birthday to Brother Jody. Shares the same birthday with my youngest daughter, so I can easily remember that. I better easily remember that. Jody, just a smidge older than Everly, but happy birthday to him nonetheless. And hopefully at this point on Friday, myself and the pastor and my wife and my mother are playing golf together for the Mount Olive fundraising trip for the mission trip there, and so hopefully we're having a good time. Try to get some videos of that to post for the next devotion. Just kidding, but go ahead and share my screen here with you. Don't want to be too long today or any day for that matter, but do want to do a devotion today on the pastor's message there from Sunday. Great message, just really, really timely for me. I know, Brother Sean mentioned in his devotion that it hit him pretty hard, and that he, went to the altar and was laying some things down, and I did too. I think sometimes as Christians, as believers, we don't spend enough time going to the altar when things hit us, and we should. So, so I wanted to look at being when I am weak, He is strong today. We'll go to 2 Corinthians here in just a second, but just a couple little things that hit me as Brother TJ was preaching on Sunday. And again, if you've not watched that, please go back and the other devotions through the week also. But 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 and 10 says, and of course this is Paul talking, and he said, "Unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities than the power of Christ, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong." Just a very well-known kind of section of verses here, but nonetheless true. And as I was trying to kind of prepare for this devotion, it seems like it could not have hit at a more perfect time. It's just been, I don't know, it's just been a rough week, kind of a tough week of just things happening and being back in school and just everything that's going on. And, just feel overwhelmed sometimes. And I think we all do, but it's really hit me this week. And this message that Brother TJ preached on Sunday was right on the dot. And being able to carry it with me all this week, and then the reminder that it's not my strength, I can't do anything. It's Jesus' strength. It's we're made perfect in His strength. So that reminder, and this point that Brother TJ made on Sunday, really it was kind of just a small thing he mentioned, but it really hit me, that being a watchman. And so I had this kind of mental image of this guy on a castle, kind of like what's pictured there in the background, but looking out, and so he sees the enemy coming, and so Brother TJ says he's not going to go out. Let's say that enemy's 100,000 strong. He's not going to go out and fight that enemy by himself, but he's important, right? He's there. He sees that enemy coming. He reports back to the commander, so that that commander who has all these strong forces can go fight it for him or with him, and so that was a great reminder that we can't go fight these battles ourselves. All this stuff coming up, and all these cases of COVID, and all this stuff hitting close to home, and people losing loved ones and stuff. We can't fight that on our own, but we can tell the commander about it. We can give all that stuff to the commander, Jesus Christ, and that's the point I really took away from Sunday. And these were the 3 steps that Brother TJ had there. It said, step 1, admit that I'm not strong enough. That's getting easier and easier for me to do. I still want to wrestle with stuff a lot of times, but man, I'm just not. And I don't think any of us are strong enough to handle all of this stuff. That's the point. We need to give that to Jesus, right? Step 2, when I am weak, He is strong. Thank the Lord for that. Especially this week, it seems like I love the water capacity thing. I started to just completely go that direction, but our Brother TJ had the little thing of water that was full, and kind of we think that's such a good capacity, but then he puts it inside that big, huge Yeti 5-gallon bucket there, and just in comparison to God's power and the capacity that God has to handle this stuff, we're so nothing, right? And the reminder of that was good to hear. And then step 3, He is able. He certainly is, and I'm thankful for that this morning. Found this verse, Joshua 1:9. As I'm coming to a close here, Joshua 1:9 has really a few weeks back, Brother Jason said, "What's your favorite Bible verse?" And we all shouted them out, and like nobody could hear anything. But I was thinking at the time, I don't know that I necessarily have one, but this one keeps popping up different places, and it's Joshua 1:9. And I thought Brother Ron was going to go here on Wednesday, but he actually stopped just shy. He says, "Have not I commanded thee?" This is God talking to Joshua after kind of the turnover in leadership. "Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid." Love that. "Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for," and so he's telling Joshua, don't be, be strong, be courageous, don't be afraid. But he's not going to say, Joshua, because you're super talented, you're awesome, you're going to do a bunch of cool stuff. You can shoot a bow better than the rest of I don't know if they had bows back then, but look what he says. Not be strong in yourself, but kind of a colon there. He says, "For the Lord thy God is with thee." That's why we can be strong. That's why we can have courage. That's why we cannot be afraid, because the Lord thy God is with thee wherever you go. And I was kind of looking for some kind of image to go behind, and this one popped up. And of course, no politics here from me ever. We have a very strict no politics rule in Algebra 1 classes. But I found this, and it's a big thing, and it's been weighing on me some here lately with kids being back in class. But I found this COVID, it says COVID-19, it says Christ over viruses and infectious diseases, and then the 19 goes with 1:9 in the Joshua. And so, just a reminder that no matter whether it's COVID or whatever it is you're going through, that the Lord thy God is with thee wherever you go, whatever it is, right? That was a great reminder for me this week. And just a quick song lyric. I've been on the lyric train here lately. Brother Sean gives you a song to listen to. This is just a lyric that I was listening to that I thought kind of went along with how strong our Jesus is. It's "Living Hope" by Phil Wickham. It says, "Then came the morning," this is the last verse, talking about the resurrection. "Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion." That's such a mental image to me of Jesus coming out of the grave. He didn't come out as a defeated lamb. He came out as the roaring lion. "Declared, the grave has no claim on me. Jesus, yours is the victory." And so that was an awesome reminder for me this week too, of how strong the God we serve is, and how weak I am, but how truly, truly strong and capable our God is. And I needed that reminder this week. And so I'll quit sharing my screen here and just, I hope that helps you a little bit. It did me. It was good going back and looking at that, and the reminder of how strong our God is, how strong Jesus is when we're weak. And it just seems like it's been so easy to be weak here lately. But God's with us. We need to give it to him, right? So I love you, Mount Olive Church. Hopefully you have a good Friday, great weekend. Hopefully we see you on Sunday at church. And we love you guys. See you then.